military technology.
China heightens alert following the close passage of a U.S. ship near a disputed island. Chinese forces are on high alert in the South China Sea after a United States naval ship sailed close to a tiny disputed island that is becoming the focus of international tension in the strategic sea lane. Beijing reacted strongly to the USS Gabriel Giffords passage near Second Thomas Shoal, an island part of the Spratly Islands. China's military asserted on Monday that a U.S. Navy ship had unlawfully entered waters near Second Thomas Shoal, an atoll in the disputed South China Sea that has been the site of multiple recent maritime confrontations. The spokesperson for China's Southern Theater of Operations claimed that the U.S. had significantly disrupted regional peace and stability by violating China's sovereignty and causing disturbance in the South China Sea. China has converted 7 disputed reefs into military bases in recent years, leading to suspicions that the current activities are a precursor to a similar occupation of Whitsun Reef. In response, the U.S. Navy countered these claims, stating that the USS Gabriel Giffords, an Independence-class littoral combat ship, was conducting routine operations within international waters in the South China Sea in accordance with international law. They emphasized their commitment to maintaining a free and open Indo-Pacific through regular operations in the area. China has experienced tensions with Philippine vessels in recent months, while expressing discontent about the U.S. naval presence in disputed areas. The Chinese military referred to the contested area as Renai Reef, also known as Second Thomas Shoal, a part of the Spratly Islands within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, as determined by a United Nations tribunal ruling in 2016. China's military spokesperson stated that their forces were on high alert to defend national sovereignty. In response, the U.S. Navy reiterated its dedication to working with allies and partners in support of a free and open Indo-Pacific. Meanwhile, the Philippine Coast Guard deployed vessels in the South China Sea in response to an increase in Chinese maritime militia vessels within the country's exclusive economic zone. The People's Liberation Army, Southern Theater, disclosed that a Chinese naval force was mobilized to monitor and track the USS Gabriel Giffords during the operation. Amid China's expansive claims in the South China Sea, the U.S. Navy's operations near Second Thomas Shoal have intensified geopolitical tensions, with both nations asserting conflicting narratives regarding sovereignty and regional stability. China accused the U.S. of interfering in waters distant from its shores and reiterated its claim that the U.S. is the primary source of regional tensions. In response, the Philippines, facing challenges against China's military strength, has sought support from the U.S., expanding military cooperation and conducting joint patrols.
Maritime exercises of the Philippine Coast Guard and Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic.
Meanwhile, the Philippine Coast Guard reported dispatching 2 ships to Whitsun Reef to monitor over 135 vessels, the latest Chinese fleet to gather in the area. Beijing claims these vessels are fishing boats operating lawfully in Chinese maritime territory. However, the Philippine government and independent analysts assert that they belong to the People's Armed Forces Maritime Militia, a part of the Chinese armed forces.